Okay, I got the back seat out on the Sebring convertible. I'm going to give you a quick overview on how to do this. This is changing the hydraulic lift cylinders on the convertible top. That's the old one. The new ones are significantly thicker, more heavy duty. First thing you do is you remove the back seat. There's two clips right here, one, two, the two plastic ones. You got to lift up. You got to put a crowbar under the seat right around here and lift up. They're in there tight because this plastic gets old. Then you lift up and you pull forward and the back seat comes out. I'm not showing it, but it's simple as anything. This is bolted over the back seat. This bracket, which is for the seat belts, is bolted over the back seat, whatever you call those hold down things. These are two 11/16 bolts. You take this out, you take this piece out, and then you pull the back seat up, and there's three clips on the top, and I'm not showing it because this is up, because I got this taped up. I was bleeding out the hydraulic cylinder. You just lift the back seat up, pull it out, and out comes the back seat. Then these side panels, you got one screw up on the top here, one there, and you got two screws, one up there and one down there. One there and one there. Then you got these clips, one, two, and there's three. There's one on the bottom. And there's a little, same thing on both sides, of course. You notice also you got a speaker cover here. That's supposed to be on there. I noticed somebody must have been in here many years ago, not me. I'm going to put a piece of plastic over here and Gorilla tape it in there because the speaker goes over this. If any water goes in the channel, you want to get on the back of the speaker. So they're supposed to be in there. Then on the bottom, like I said, there's one, two, three clips. They pull out. This thing here, this is for your door, you know. The door, whatever the hell it is, don't pull that out, whatever. But then it goes down here. There's a little clip. You don't have to take this off. You just got to lift it up. There's a little clip you pull up from it, and that tab comes out. I'll show you what it is on the actual thing, on the actual side panel. Then to install these, in the top with the up position. So this would be extended. When you get these are collapsed. You got to extend them. Just put a screwdriver in there and pull them up. You know, stand on a screwdriver and then pull them up from the floor to extend them. You got two fittings. There's one here and there's one, well, right there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right there. You can see it in the camera. They're 11mm bolts. Make sure they're screwed in tight. Also make sure when you're screwing them in to hold this part steady so you don't turn this too much and crack the hose or something. This comes out, this piece comes out right here. This is one bolt right here. To take this out, besides the two hydraulic hoses, you take this out and this sits in there like that. There's like a little plunger or something that sticks in there, and it sits right in there like that, exactly. Right where this plunger is, right here. Like that. It sits in these plastic things. And then up on the top, you got a 10mm. I don't know if you can see it in there. Yeah, well, yeah, there it is. There's a 10mm bolt. I think it's a 10. That holds it to the actual top mechanism. That's been after you install these, you're gonna have to bleed the system. So you gotta get here's my crowbar here. Right here, right? Just lift this up. Watch the hoses. These are pressed in here. There's 4 feet. Then it's got this rubber thing. You lift this up out of the way. You pull this rubber thing out with some pliers. To push it back in, I found the best way to use a crowbar like this. Push it back in. You also use a screwdriver and stuff. You're gonna have to fill it a few times. I might have to do it once more. That's why I left it out like this. I'm gonna put the panels on the side right now. The side panels on right now. Make sure if you ever have to replace this pump, make sure you get the right pump, because I saw there was 96 to 98 was one pump, and then 99 and 2000 was another one. But you know what it might be? It might be the same thing, except one's improved and the other one's an older model. In other words, the new one would work with in place of the old one. That's what I think it is, because the actual parts book says they're different part numbers, but I don't think they really are in essence. I think it's just an improved model for 99 and up. But basically, this is how this works for anything. If you're a Mustang or anything, it's pretty much the same thing. It's not that difficult to do. It's just that it's like anything you do. It takes time. I'll show you the side panels on here too, where the clips are. Again, you got one screw up here on the top. You got 3 screws, right? Oh, I left out one part too. I'm sorry. You got 3 screws. You got one here. You got there's 2. Is 1 and 2 right here. 1 and 2. I know that. And then you have these 3 clips. You also have 4 screws in the speaker. When you take the speaker out, you got to disconnect the speaker wire right here from the speaker. And you got a couple screws holding the panel in over here. I think I only had 2. There might be supposed to be 4. Somebody was in this thing before and they put all the screws back in, which is I found throughout this car. Whoever worked on it before did a lot of screwy things, but I fix them as I go. Okay, this is the inside of the driver's side side panel in the rear. You got 1, 2, 3. It's best to take these out with a tool. There's a tool that you can get in there that can pry it out. Now this, I didn't crack this. This was cracked already. Somebody got in here and actually, when I took out the back seat, I saw this was ripped too. I'm going to put a washer over that and glue it in place and clean this thing up and fix this crack too. This is the part that goes under like where the door sill is. There's a little tab there, and you have to lift up that plastic tab. It might break off the head of it, but it's not. It's just got to line up with the stud of that tab. It'll be fine. It holds in by this, 2 screws, and 1 on the top. And then of course you got a couple screws, or there should be 4 screws holding this in here, plus the 4 speaker screws. I think I only have 2 in here, but you can see it says left hand. But and if you got a problem with, I'm going to clean this off. You can see the parts that were behind the seat, behind the speaker, they're dirty. If you got this thing is so dirty, you can take some clean off really good chemically and get some Sem paint. And after you clean it off chemically, you can paint it with a special paint that's made for vinyl interiors and stuff, and it'll be like brand new again. This might work with I think it was some light. There's a light Coyote, I think it's called. I think that's what it's called. That works well with this, or a bisque tan or something. It works pretty well with this, so you can get it. You can get. And by the way, these screws on the top here, you don't need to take both of them out. It's just this one on this side. This one just, I don't know, it just goes into that. It just holds this stupid thing down. It's like, this is just a pad for when you have the cover over the top. You rest on that. That's, so I'm just giving a quick overview. Pretty much the same damn thing for freaking Mustangs, anything else, okay? You know, it all works the same.